abolishing the education Department of Education is a good thing for the students and future kids. And what I believe it should have been abolished in 1990s because it hasn't been good since because they're not really teaching math, reading, important stuff and about life like home economics. Um, yes, parents they need sex education for all kinds of sex education because you guys are definitely not teaching it at home. I will explain later. And also the disabilities or disabled factors really hasn't been helping disabled or disability people at all. They're only holding people back, including me. I will explain. But anyway, we needed to abolish the education altogether back in the 90s because they really were holding people back and they were not teaching the right things. Like, I didn't even learn algebra because two reasons. Back when I was in high school, weren't teaching um, and all the real time math, reading and education for people to get by nowadays. And I was disabled. They did not, and the state and the country did not want disabled people to learn at all. They didn't want to learn. They want us to learn algebra, chemistry, or anything. I had to push myself to and a few teachers who are good, some of my favorites because they were trying to get me to learn other things in life like algebra and health classes, um, art classes, where the state and the government were not allowing disabled or people like me to learn these classes, and I really wanted to go on. And although beyond health ed and sex ed and art and music, they would they could not teach me stronger math, stronger reading, English lit, or any of these hard classes. They will start right there because they want the government wanted us to learn basic math, basic reading, um, basic history, basic everything. And I wanted to learn more. That's why I went to college because I wasn't learning. I had to be really into myself to go to college. I took it the not SAT not SATs. I don't know what the test was, but I was borderline was able to get into college, MCC Monroe Community College, to even get the better education because I was forced not to able to because I was disabled and a few others reasons. And I never understood why the government wasn't allowing us to learn more when we should if we're smart enough. And like now, when I was a kid, I had C F or something, and my numbers were able there where I had been disabled and learning disabled. But I outgrew all of it. I outgrew all of it by middle school, and I really wanted to learn more in school. Luckily enough, I had a teacher who was able to get me to go to art classes, music, and health education, sex ed, and home economics. Um, but that's it. Those the only classes I was able to do, and I learned shop too because. Um, but anyway, that's so it was really hard to get into learn more stuff and learn about other things So and then I wanted to go to college. That was tough enough. I waited 10 years, but actually 5 years. Sorry, 5 years. And I was able to take a test to see if I can be allowed to be in college. I passed it, obviously, and I learned. I was able to get into classes where I was able to get my associates, liberal arts um, associate degree. But anyway, the Department of Education has been really bad for disabled people. Don't listen to the news. Don't listen to the liberals. They do not care about how much the disabled learn. And they really are strict about what we can learn. So that's a huge reason why Department of Education needs to be abolished, and I think part of the disability education needs to be abolished too, because they really do not care what disabled disability people learn at all. They hold people back majorly, hold them back. I was able to fight for myself. A few teachers were able to fight for me, but only by limitations and what I can learn and what the extra classes I can take. But really, Department of Education and the disabilities education needs to go away because they do not help anyone with the limitation and holding people back. And then now, nowadays, they're not even teaching math, reading, um, and other basic education. Um, Last year, I actually was on the bus seeing a father um, was angry about how his son was not getting basic education and how they're holding him back and not teaching him the basic math and science and reading. So he was about to, I'm hoping he did, pulling his son out of school and homeschooling his kid because they're not teaching the basic education which was should have been taught, like math, reading, and science, and other things. Yes, and I from before for sex ed, yes, parents, that should stay in this um education because you guys say you're teaching your kids sex ed, bullshit, because you guys are religious people and you don't want your kids to learn about um, any LGBT or other cultures for at all. No reason. Not even in middle school, which I'm okay with in middle school. High school should be the place where they need to learn the sex ed and the different cultures before college. And even in high school, they will learn it from their friends and people who are LGBT people. So parents, if you want to um, be a real good parents, you will let your kids have sex ed, and you will have these schools to teach your kids the different cultures because you guys are and they're getting to learn it anyway from their friends and LGBT community and on the streets and from middle school and high school anyway. So you're not going to be been able to teach them because you're too religious and too outright and too bigotry and homophobe and transphobe to know better. So your kids need to learn in school. So I'm hoping this abolition education really is a good thing and do it soon because obviously it's been broken since the early 90s. Sorry, needs to be gone.